Alright, in today's video we are planting grass seed. Not soybeans, not corn, but grass seed. As you all know, it is April 13th. April 13th here in New Jersey is not the date you really want to be planting corn and soybeans. There are some that do get out there and they would be considered the crazies, but I'm not crazy. Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, at the end of this video, I will have a question for you, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'm probably screw with my lens here. I'll just leave this up here. Are you recording? We are recording. So I lost my lens cover, so you're going to have to deal with the fisheye until I figure that one out. Oh, so, yep, this is the red truck. The silver truck is pretty much just needs to be vacuumed out. And I will go and pick up my brand new truck on Tuesday. Wasn't really planning on buying a new truck right now, but the transmission in my silver truck is not doing too well. It won't lock in high speed or in overdrive, and it's causing a real ass ache. So the exhaust manifolds need to be replaced. There's a bunch of stuff that need to be done to it, and I figure the repairs, the transmission's the big one. That's like a $3,800 deal, because I'd have to put new oil cooler and everything on, and the truck just isn't worth that to me. By the time I do all that work and fix the cam phasers and the solenoids and the exhaust manifolds and all that stuff, I'm gonna have $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 into a $6,000 truck. So to me, it's not worth it. Alright, so I got my worn out 750 no-till drill here. And when I say it's worn out, it is worn out. But we're just putting in grass seed, so it really doesn't make that much of a difference. Closing wheels don't really matter. I even got a hole in that damn down tube. This thing is deplorable at best, but we do have to at least have the new wheel on right there. Tim's going to put that on right now. Unless he's missing two of them. I could have swore I saw another one out of there, but anyway, this will get the grass seed in. It's put. All right, so he finally got the right one out. Oh, wow. That's a seal.
No, that's the race or the bearing.
Oh, Jesus! No, it can't possibly be.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now you're going to see how he bangs these out of here without busting his knuckles. I'm still trying to figure out why he's got those gloves on, because there's no grease in that thing. What's Chucky 2000 say? Anything can be used as a hammer. Most things can be used as a pry bar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, but it's true. It is true. Hell, you can use your wife's head as a hammer if you tried hard enough, right, Tim? Some people call their dick a hammer, but I've never heard a girl call it a hammer. Oh, shit. Now watch this. Look at this. Oh, my God, the fanciness. He has gotten so good at this in the last 5 years, right? Who needs a stinking hammer? Yeah, I'm a little more graceful with it. You know, I bought that tool, that bearing driver, a long time ago, and I thought,
but you see how much use I've got out of it?
oh yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's a good thing I bought it a long time ago, or you wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
Oh, there is another set.
There is another set, yeah. That's older yet. Don't lose that one. I paid good money for that. When I say I paid good money, it means I paid good money. Now, you're not going to grease that before you put it together, are you?
No.
Just going to make sure that it's clean. Yeah, if you don't clean these ports out, you don't get no grease in. That's one thing. I've never had to replace a grease zerk in one of these wheels. So he's got his seals in. Seals, springs. Don't lose those springs. You know. And that's the 5-gallon pail we've been using for years. Yeah, the Crystal Springs and back. Crystal Springs and back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at that. Let's return this to the soil. We'll put it in a very special spot and see if it turns the what do they call this stuff? Arbor Vitae, I believe. There. That's it right there. Steel. Good for the health. Now, this is a deer problem. If you didn't notice, you see, nobody comes out and trims these trees, but deer just love to eat this crap. That's a red cedar. They'll just eat it, and that's why they're trimmed up so high, because of deer. And that allows the sticker bastards to grow and everything else. 4960, ladies and gentlemen. Got a new one on? There you go. Holy shamoles. Ooh, it's a Bobby Dazzler. What television show is that from? I'm sure a friend of mine, Mr. David Kaiser, he'll know where that's from. Ooh, another Bobby Dazzler. Set this shit in here. He found an old wheel yesterday. We've been planting for a couple days now. So, I'll show you what's inside. Ready? This is what's inside. This is a mixture of Kentucky 31 and annual ryegrass. So, I'm a little heavy on the annual ryegrass here. You cannot tell the difference. It looks very similar. But down below these solar panels, there's a field that was very neglected by the former farmer on this place. We won't mention names because they probably watch, but there was trees growing down there. And last year I brush hogged the trees, and I was gonna interseed this stuff in there, but I never got the chance to actually do it because I just never got the chance to actually do the seeding. So this year, because we are dry, so if you know anything about growing grass seed or hay, grass hay, you really don't want it too god-awful deep because you don't want it to work too hard, but no-tilling this in can fill in the spaces that are left behind. Now I'm going to show you what is here, and it isn't much. There's a lot of garlic. There's a lot of this white top daisy. You can see that stuff. There's actually mugwort in here, but a pretty good hefty dose of the 2,4-D that I put in should get that under control. I am having an issue here. I'm seeing the hemp dogbane come up, which I'm not happy about, but it is what it is. I'm going to come back in with some more 2,4-D. It has got some of it twisted over. You can see that. So it's not feeling very well. But hemp dogbane's a pain in the ass. When I say a pain in the ass, I'm serious. This stuff is bad. Can't get it under control very easy. But I've got the mustard bent over. I've got the mugwort not happy. And there's just huge spaces here because this was literally trees from the previous, I can't call him a farmer. Maybe at one time he was, but not anymore. But the previous individual that was here, and here's some of what's left of that, trees and stuff. But you get all these bare spots. When they put the solar panels in, they did put some form of grass seed here, but it's a very low-lying grass. Can't handle much cutting. I don't know what it is, but when we cut it, it made big bald spots in it. So there's those issues. But when you have stuff like this, you start getting erosion and other weeds and stuff coming up. There goes a helicopter. But yeah, so we're just gonna put this in here. There's some deer tracks. Some of you are probably wondering why I'm not putting corn in here. Well, I'm not putting corn in here because there's a very large population of those down at this end because there's a development down there. And the annual rye that I put in here is a very fast, aggressive growing weed type grass. In the southern states, they call it Italian ryegrass, and if it gets into wheat, it's a real pain in the ass. But because we're in the north, it doesn't take as much to actually kill it. Annual ryegrass or Italian ryegrass. This is dipper rye. This stuff it'll reseed itself pretty much every year that you allowed it to go to seed, but it's killed very easily. It's not hard to kill it. I don't know, we never had any problems with it, and I'm not growing wheat, so I don't care. What the hell is that? That looks like a larva of some sort. It is. That's a cocoon. And that's something. So in there's some kind of a bug. And that's amazing how they do that. I don't know how that works, but that metamorphosis is going on. So these are some of the weeds that I've gotten under control. I think that was mugwort starting to sprout up, so it was young enough that we're getting it under control. Yeah, so he's going to do this field, and there's one more field over on the other place, and that will not take very long. And if anybody's wondering, yes, the 4960 is actually getting quite a workout this year. From disking, it did chisel plow. We did chisel plow with it, but disking and getting the grass seed into the ground is what we're doing now. Just because the other tractors are pretty much being used up on other pieces of equipment. Now we'll walk up here and take a look to see how deep this stuff is actually getting in the ground. It's okay for some grass seed to sit on top of the ground. It's okay for it to be exposed. There's not too many birds here that I would worry about them eating it too much. And we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. So in the slots, that slot's actually pretty deep. That's cutting a good 2.5 inches deep. Well, right here's the slot. I really don't want it to close up. But that grass seed, it's in there. And it's in there good. So if you peel this back, you can see it at the tip of my finger, and it's all right there. So if we get rain here this coming tomorrow. I think we're supposed to have rain tonight and then tomorrow, 1/2 inch tonight and 1 inch tomorrow. So we're looking at 1.5 inches of rain. That grass seed will just take a hold. It's warm right now. I would say it's in the mid-60s. Perfect for seeding grass. And look at that guy. Not going too fast. Getting it in there just like he's supposed to. So now we'll see nice lines of grass in this field. When I get back here July, it'll be about 3 feet tall, and we'll mow it. It'll be 3 feet tall, headed out, ready to reseed itself again, and we'll mow it, and it'll start to grow again. And some of it will actually head out again by fall. And I'm probably going to make 2 cuttings off of this entire farm. But yeah, so that's the plan. And the K31 will sit down there and just, it'll grow. It'll be like an under thatch. It won't get really tall the first year, but it will be here for a long time afterwards. I've had excellent luck doing it this way at this time of year. That's for sure. All right. Okay, so in today's comment section, I'm actually going to go to Facebook, my local town's Facebook page, and read this post and some of the craziness that goes on here. To the person who sped down our road and killed the goose and drove off, I hope your car is messed up and you know that you are a douchebag. And this is on our Facebook page. So you go down here and you read a couple of the comments. Some people say people suck. Another one, the police are not enforcing the laws. They mate for life and are raising young now. Not true. They haven't laid their eggs yet. They're getting there, but they're not yet. No respect for others or life is another one. There was a couple. Somebody removed the one that they had posted. Anyway, yeah, they took away the damn serial Goose Killer post. Okay, so someone had said that I hope it's not the same person. I saw one in Lebanon Township. I wonder if it's the same person. And someone says, oh, are you suggesting a serial goose killer? Oh, it was funnier than hell. So I had to write in because I just find this absolutely ridiculous. It's a goose. It shouldn't even be in the damn roadway. They have wings. They can fly. And yes, I don't agree with people speeding at 100 mile an hour down the roads. And since the COVID-19 thing, people are driving extraordinarily fast on back roads. I am going down these roads 20 to 25 miles per hour. I don't want to get hit either. So I wrote, oh Lord, a dead goose in the roadway. I guess they should put goose crossing signs so they know where it's safe to cross the roadway. And then I get called a dope, an asshole, a dick. You know, I'm a dick. So, of course, then I had to go in and explain to them that, well, I'll read what I wrote. To all that called me foul names, do a little research on the goose menace that is here. They are non-migratory birds now and truly lost, and we get permits to shoot these birds because of all the damage they do. I'm not concerned about a dead goose. We have bigger problems in this world to deal with. But in my experience with new people in my neighborhood, they are narrow-minded and know nothing about the sorts of things they complain about. Oh, and usually the response is exactly what you all responded with. Plus, none of you would have the stones to say it to my face. And there you go. Greg Bird says, when my chains make noise, I piss on them. Well, that's not going to work. Okay, so I love the answers that everybody gave me. They actually gave me their regions and where they are farming and the length of day corn. And some of you even gave me the reasons why you grow that length of variety. I personally, when I was growing corn every year, I would go between 101 and 115 days. This year, I'm settling between 104 and 110. So right in that range, that's where I want to be. I don't want to go any longer than that just because I don't know when I'm going to get this stuff in the ground. Hopefully, it goes in all within a day or two. Greg Duvall, it would be a good buy if you bought a Dodge. Well, Dodge trucks are no longer made. Dodge doesn't own Ram anymore. It got pieced off. Those trucks are now considered Rams, not Dodge. They're not Dodge, they're Ram. Chrysler Corporation does not own that anymore. They make the Jeep, what is that thing, the Scrambler or the Renegade? I don't know. They make a pickup truck now. It's not a Dodge, and I am not a Mopar fan or a Ram fan or a Fiat fan for that matter. Andy Wagner, I normally plant 105 to 112. In my area, that's the perfect range for me as well, I feel. David E. says, ask Zach Johnson and the FBN. Well, I've been farming longer than Zach, and the FBN, I don't know. I've been members of different organizations similar to that in the past. The first year, you get a great deal. The second year, it's not so great. And the third year, you're wondering what in the hell you're even doing there. Ben M. Tool truck looks good with those LED lights on it. Are you happy with them? Be nice to see them lit up at night. Oh, I'm sure you're going to see them lit up at night. I've seen them lit up at night, and it is really quite impressive. They go all the way around the entire truck. Gene Murphy says there was more than one color herbicide in Vietnam. Yes, I actually heard that. Now, how they narrowed it down to Agent Orange, I don't know. But I would love to hear the other types of herbicides that were used in Vietnam, but I do know that there was other colors, and that was referring to the band that was in the middle ring in the 55-gallon drums. So here's the question that I'm going to ask you all, and it will involve a giveaway of an OLF hat, one only farmer hat, and that's it, just a hat to the person who guesses exactly what I bought right down to the color. The color. Now, I'll give you this bit of information. It is $45,000. Right at $45,000. Now, that should give you all an idea as to what it is by the price, if you know anything about trucks. So, okay, so Good Time Vids, he says, looking forward to seeing your new truck. He says he knows it'll be a gas motor, And I know it will be a 4. Just curious if it'll be a 3/4 ton, a 1 ton, or a half ton. Well, you're so sure of yourself. I want to know the size of the engine, the brand of the truck, the color of the truck, and whether it's a 3/4, 1 ton, or half ton pickup truck. And if anybody gets that correct, I will send you, you know what, I'll even up the ante. If you get all that right, I'll give you a sweatshirt, a hat, and a t-shirt of your size. So, and it will be embroidered, just like all of my merchandise. So there you go. Have at it. Thanks for being here. I wish you all luck. And yeah, there you go.